So today on the video, I want to share with you the ultimate, the biggest human problem that we all go through. And if somehow you fix this, all your problems will go away. Whether you have a money problem, a relationship problem, a health problem, most of the problems will go away if you just fix this one thing. I have gone on to say this multiple times across my radio shows that majority of the human problems are one or two core issues, at the deepest level of the human mind. There's one or two issues. You fix those two issues, then everything gets fixed. Now, I'm not saying that because I discovered that. I'm saying that because I read that when I started. And then along the way, all the data I collected, working with people, sessions, seminars, workshops, all the data that I collected actually proves this. Let me ask you this question, and I want you to identify with this question. You feeling lost, you feeling average, you feeling unworthy, you might have noticed that your entire life organizes around these three things. Scary. So that's why they say you will never get what you want, but chances are you'll always get what you are. So in order to fix the external circumstances, you need to go inside of you. That's what they say. And so the question is, which one will you fix? So the average mind is looking into, okay, so I have a job problem, I have a money problem, I have a relationship problem, I have a health problem. Which one should I fix? Because everything is so deeply interrelated, and one is coming at the cost of the other. You don't know where to put your time, where you want to put your focus, and you have a finite amount of energy left within you. Where should you focus? That's the question. Okay. So, and my answer all along has been that there is something called misalignment, core misalignment. If you fix the core misalignment, everything else gets fixed. Okay, everything else gets fixed. So, how do you discover the misalignment? The misalignment is this. The reason why you have unhappiness is because whatever you are doing or whatever you are being forced to believe doesn't go along with the self-image you have within you. Okay, so there is a conflict between the self-image and everything and the surrounding in which you are living, you're operating, and things that you're doing. Okay, and the issue is, it's not that you're going through this feeling of being an average or unworthy or valueless or whatever, but the main issue is that you're trying to climb the wrong ladder. That's the issue, and you will never get there. You're on the wrong ladder. The ladder of success, whatever it is, whatever you've been told that this is the ladder you should climb to become successful and happy. But what if that ladder is in itself is incorrect? Okay. So if you have lived through many events and situations, and you have some duration in this life, that means you have some longevity, you have gone through situations and circumstances, there might be some questions you should be asking. If you have not asked that yet, you should be asking, which is, why am I here? Okay. And what am I meant to do? What is my core calling? This is a question you got to ask. No matter who you are, what you do. Doesn't matter which country you are in, what situation you are in, you got to ask that question. Why am I here? And what is the core? What am I meant to do? In fact, I remember one time, there were 5 questions. I talked about 5 questions that everybody should ask on one of my radio shows. And the last question was, this is like, what am I here to do? In the small little part of the world that I am in, what am I meant to do? I just added that line, in the small little part of the world that I'm in front of what am I meant to do? Okay. The minute I added the small little part of the world, I started getting questions on the show. I mean, that line itself, when I preempted that question with that sentence, I started getting calls on the show. It's incredible. People are waiting for all the other 4 questions. Nothing happened. Nobody was calling in. But the minute I said this, like, in the small little part of the world that I exist, what am I meant to do? Calls started coming in. So there is a core misalignment, things that you are doing that are not speaking to the self-image that you carry. Now, let's talk about how some people get this right. Well, some people do get this right because, um, and you know this, people are born with a gift. They're born with a gift. That's all they do, and they all fade away. So there are skills and there are gifts. And I don't want you to confuse between these two things. Skills are acquired. Gift is a gift. We don't know how it came. Now, the interesting part is that each one of us, we have a gift. All of us. Doesn't matter who you are. Again, no matter who you are, what you do, you have this gift. All of us, we have a gift. The question is, either through upbringing, through our culture, or through the needs and demands of people who are more powerful than us, we have lost this idea that we are here to discover that gift. See, when talent unused becomes toxic. I was just having a call earlier this morning, someone who is an incredible talented singer, and I was telling, I said, how come we are not posting? How come we are not, performing or whatever, and creating reels or whatever? And their response was, well, I don't have time. I don't have this. I have a situation at home, and I'm dealing with that. All that is great. All that is true. But then, if you are not using the talent, your life is becoming toxic. Now, this gift is a design. That means this gift. How do you know that you have the gift, or how do you know that you have come? You realize that this is the gift. Well, that's the gift. It's parents should tell you. People who have given birth to you should tell you things like that. But along the way, when you start moving with life and you start growing up, you start sensing the world around you, there comes a point where you automatically think about it, you all automatically feel that within you, and you want to create something on top of those feelings that you are feeling within you. The thoughts and the feelings should force you to create something. That's when you know that that's the gift. Okay. If you don't do it, if you don't discover this, then you are going to live a life that's completely not aligned. So how do we know you are not aligned, and how do we know that we have not yet discovered the gift? Is because you're feeling bored, you're feeling burnt out, you are feeling disconnected with things around you. One of the incredible things I learned is, I don't want life to happen to me. I want life to happen through me. So that means life is happening to you, like people are doing things for you, or you just are just going around and doing things. Life is happening, life is moving on, but life should happen through everything that's happening around you is because it's happening through you. That's when you know that you're aligned. Okay. How many times have you hit success in whatever you did? And how many times you felt that success was temporary? It went away. I live in the valley. I work with people. I can tell you this. Numerous people, incredible amount of success. But as I talk to them, I get this feeling that, of course, they have the capability to create success, but success has always drifted away. Why? Because they were not aligned. And how do you create this alignment? These are the questions you got to ask. Who am I? Why am I here? What am I meant to do? You're not asking those questions. How many times, I've done workshops and seminars, people sit down and take notes, and there are questions, value. We do what is called a value extraction, belief extraction. There are exercises I do, or workbooks I go through in the seminar, and people sit down and do that. But that's the only time they do. They don't do it later. They don't do that when they are under stress or when situations and circumstances challenge them. They don't. But if you do that, every time your answer is going to be different, because every time the mind is different. And there comes a point where you keep doing that for several times across several days and months and years. There comes a point where a persona starts developing. When you start tabulating that, you see patterns. And in those patterns, you find your identity. And once that's the identity, that's the self-image part right there. Maxwell Maltz, Psycho-Cybernetics, I talk about that book across this channel all the time. He says something, you can never outperform your self-image. Self-image. If you do things, in fact, I'll simplify that. If you do things that do not align with your self-image, that your self-esteem, then you will always encounter unhappiness, period. So the source of the source of unhappiness is your self-esteem. The source of the tragedy or the trauma or whatever it is, your self-esteem, your self-image. So got to work. Okay. How do you fix this? What is the different schools of thought, different modalities, different methods to fix this? I'll tell you one simple thing. You got to do small experiments. Every time the whisper, the small little inner voice that exists inside your heart, or people say it's in the heart, but actually it's in the mind. But every time something tells you from within that you got to do this, you got to do this. You got to do it, period. Small experiments. If there are any childhood aspirations that you had, or the right word is childhood curiosities you had, then yeah, those need to be experimented now. But it doesn't matter, you are 85 years old or 35 years old, and every other age in between, doesn't matter. It has to be tested and experimented right now. So you start with small experiments to go through the discovery phase or to discovery process, and somewhere along the way you will discover your gift. I mean, every time I've done discover your passion, every time I've done a radio show on that or a seminar, everybody, I have not yet discovered my passion. I don't know what to do. What are my passions? I don't think I have any. Forget about passions for a second. Let's go after the gifts. So if nothing else from this video, trust me, spend some time to really ponder. Okay, find a moment of seclusion or aloneness where you are alone with yourself and start asking this question of what am I meant to do? And from that question in itself, it should lead you to a good question leads you to a question. A good question leads to a good question, and a good question always leads you to a good question. And you may not find the right answer right away, or you may not find an answer at all. But these questions will activate a certain part of your thinking that otherwise is getting cluttered and lost to all the stimuli and to all the priorities and to all the directives and to all the, agendas of people around you. Trust me. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Hopefully this is helpful. This has gone beyond 14 minutes now. Hopefully this is helpful. If it is, do me a favor, like this video. If you believe somebody will benefit from this, by all means, please do share it. And if you subscribe to this channel, then I'll be in front of you every time I record a video and I publish a video on this channel, which I do literally on a daily basis now. So, and again, you only subscribe if you find value. If you do not find value, then by all means, you should not subscribe to begin with, but later on also, if I'm not delivering value, then I request you to unsubscribe. That's how this is. That's how transparently I run this. That's how, again, this is my self-image. I don't want to wake up in the morning and looking at my mirror and thinking that, I have these many subscribers and this and that. No, this was never about that. Okay. This was about value, and this was about having an incredible conversation with an intent that's going to change the world. That's the idea. Small little changes create big ripple effects. The small change is starting from me. Hopefully it's going to create a big ripple effect. Who knows? Anyway, so those are my intentions. Those are my thoughts. That's the place where I'm coming from. Okay, you take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.